This is gonna let me know if you're a serial killer or not.
Well, he's watching his carbs. So
do you put the patty inside the cocoa bread, or do you eat it just like the cocoa bread? How they put it in the bag, like right behind each other?
No,
like
you
that?
make a sandwich out that.
Okay,
bitch.
no, because I've seen people eat it.
That's how you eat it.
Serial killer shit. See what I'm saying?
That's like eating cereal
I wanna
with
say-
the milk on the side. Like, let me wash it down with the milk.
No, I chased it with the bread. I do.
No, Rory and Mal.
Welcome to a new episode of the new Rory and Mal podcast. I am Mal.
I'm Rory.
And we are back. Rory, man, we are here.
We're always back.
Yes, we are
Knock on
here.
wood. But for some reason, twice a week, we just keep coming back.
We're here. I keep showing up outside your door, keep ringing your bell. And for some reason, you keep letting me in, Rory. You're such a great guy.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We are here to talk about, I guess, some things that we've been meaning to talk about. We're using today to kind of cover some topics that we had.
Really important issues.
Really important issues in the world. We're not talking about Trump. Don't worry about it.
That's not an issue. Right?
But we were informed.
You love that Nick kid, don't you?
Yeah, I love him.
The what kid?
Love him.
Nick, starts
Excuse
with an
me?
F. Nick Fiazza, whatever his name is.
How's that?
I don't know.
Oh, you guys aren't up to date.
I thought you were talking about Nick Cannon.
Talk about Kanye's new political advisor that thinks the Holocaust wasn't real. He's like 24. Never mind. You guys aren't up to date on political stuff.
Is that the guy that was sitting down with him on InfoWars?
Yeah, that kid.
With the Yeezy Gap hoodie, the blue one? Oh.
That kid.
Okay. Yeah, so we've been informed that gaslighting, Rory, the word that we've heard and we've probably laughed at a few times, has been named the word of the year.
And I think that's women's fault. I think it's fully women's fault.
Talk about it.
Gaslighting is
Gaslight.
at
Can we
an
pull up
all-time high with women. They're encouraged in these rap lyrics to gaslight us men. And that's why it's the number one word in here.
That's right.
And that's why we need to censor just women in music.
So gaslighting is mind manipulating, grossly misleading, downright deceitful. That's what gaslighting means?
Sounds like what meant to me.
No, that's not the
official
actual
term.
Okay,
definition.
well,
That's the street definition.
I
That
think so
sounds
many-
like a Cardi B rap.
So many people use gaslighting wrong. Like on the internet, I hate seeing it.
I
They
think
just
that's
use it for
gaslighting right there.
anything now.
gaslight. To manipulate someone by psychological means into questioning their own sanity. Yes, we all know people that are gaslighters.
Look at the search history of this word over the years.
Look at the sentence they use. In the first episode, Karen Valentine is being gaslighted by her husband.
First
that's
of all,
gaslighting.
Webster is a sick dude.
and you want to know why this word is really sick? Because I guarantee you in the 1850s when they were searching that word, they weren't talking about this.
It was how
They were
electricity
literally
was
trying.
made.
Yeah, they were literally trying to light the house or
You
the
got
fucking
gas
farm.
for my light?
Yeah, like definitely weren't talking about this term of manipulation and psychological
But
warfare.
I'm sure Thomas
Psychological.
Jefferson or whoever created the electricity, he was trying to gaslight
Edison.
those hoes with
Thomas
electricity.
Jefferson.
Probably.
What was his name?
Thomas Edison.
Thomas Edison, yeah.
Thomas Jefferson was the president, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
Is he?
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
I just passed.
Were you there?
Wasn't he on a? He was on a. He's on a
definitely
$20 bill, right?
Thomas Jefferson.
That's a $20 bill, right?
Oh, I haven't seen a $20 bill in so long.
Oh. Are those like
You still
pennies for
touch
you?
those?
Yeah.
Yeah.
President.
Yeah. So
Third-
But you know Edison was probably trying to gaslight the hoes when he made electricity.
Yeah.
Gaslight the hose when he made electricity.
10
Bitches
signs.
can come over and see.
10 signs of. Can you scroll up a little bit, Julian? I'm sorry. 10 signs of gaslighting in a relationship, Rory. So we're gonna go through this and see if you've ever been a victim. Okay.
All right.
All right. Number one: lying
Yes.
about or denying someone and refusing to admit the lie, even when you show them proof.
Definitely done that before.
Sure. I've
Stand-up
probably
person.
done that before.
Okay. Number two: insisting that an event or behavior you witnessed never happened and that you're remembering it wrong.
I've done that, but I was telling the truth. Like I wasn't gaslighting.
Oh.
They just misremembered what was. They were
They
trying to. They were
misremembered.
trying to gaslight me.
Got you.
When I was saying that never happened, you're
Oh,
remembering.
you were the
wrong.
victim.
Okay. Got
Yeah.
you.
So no, all right. I'm 50%
50
right
yeah.
now.
Yeah.
I'm one for two.
One for two. Spreading rumors and gossip about you, or telling you that other people are gossiping about you.
That's weird.
No,
That's very Shakespearean.
yeah.
Yeah.
If you think about it, right? If you break
It's
it
very
down.
Machiavellian.
Yeah.
Start a
I thought you
rumor
were about
and
to say
then
it's very Macklemorian. Number four, changing the subject
Best rapper.
or refusing to listen when confronted about a lie or other gaslighting behavior. Oh my God.
I'm 2 for 4.
Yeah,
I've done that.
yeah. Fuck. Damn,
I'm really
Mal.
good at changing the
what
subject.
do you usually change the subject to?
I don't know.
Something lighthearted or
Sports.
something
Yeah,
worse?
who's playing?
Something they did. Something they did for sure.
Oh shit! I forgot to set my fantasy lineup.
Did I leave the oven on? No, definitely not that.
Yeah.
Number 5, telling you that you're overreacting when you call them out. We've all
done that.
Yeah.
But like they were overreacting.
All right, 3 for 5. Okay, all right. In Julian's defense, though, what if they are overreacting?
For real.
That's not gaslighting.
Then that's
Sometimes
not
people can be overreacting, but you can't stir the pot on somebody, and then when they have a reaction to you stirring the pot, then it's you're overreacting.
Why are you yelling?
Yeah, I'm shaking.
First of all, that's A1 gaslighting, and I should be given an award for that.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm 3 for 5.
When you say stir the pot, I only think of like the dildo pot now.
Oh,
Okay, you needed some help.
That was the
number
last-
6.
All right.
Blame shifting in relationships, saying that if you acted differently, they wouldn't treat you like
That's
this.
crazy.
So it's really your fault.
That sounds
bad.
toxic.
That's
Oh,
bad.
this is
Saying
definitely
that if you
Rory.
Wait, look at Damaris's face.
No, break it down. Read it again, Rory. Read it out
No,
loud.
I'm just trying to,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
font, my
I know,
eyes.
yeah. Do the math.
I'm saying that. All right, hold on.
Yeah.
Why is it gaslighting though? Because if they acted different,
Why?
I would treat them different.
Yo,
No.
you can't do that.
No, this is gaslighting on me.
Yeah. That's gas.
Hold on, no. This is gaslighting on me.
Gaslighting
This is
entire
gaslighting
list.
on me.
You just
All
lit
right.
yourself.
You lit yourself.
You spilled the kerosene.
Okay, so hypothetically, if I'm dating someone and I tell them that I would treat them differently had they not treated me a certain way, I'm wrong?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, you're
Why?
not wrong. So I think what you're missing.
So I'm allowed to be treated anyway
no
for the fuck
No,
of it.
that-
And I'm
no,
supposed to be
no.
nice?
That's
Now
not
you're
what we're
gaslighting.
You guys are gaslighting
That's
me.
gaslighting.
I'm the
Gaslighting
gaslighting
guy.
person.
That's not what we're talking about. This is all
See, I'm
for
pretty good at this.
examples of
Gaslighting.
if
Gaslighting.
you're only saying this to cover your
I'm
own
gaslighting.
tracks. Like if you treat your significant other like shit and you're like, see you, or if you hit them and it's like, I hate that you make me hit you. Why do you do
All
those
right, well, now you're
things?
taking it to. I didn't mean it like that at
All
all.
right, that's a little.
Holy shit.
I'm clearing it up for you. That's
Never
all.
mind.
okay.
No, 3 for 6.
Yeah.
3 for 6.
That's a little. All right. Number 7. Let's move on.
I definitely don't do that.
Number 7. Trying to smooth things over with loving words that don't match their actions.
You know what time
That's
it is.
my
Yeah,
type
that's
of
my
shit right there. I'm number 7. I'm gonna be honest with
That's
y'all.
not gaslight. That's street
yeah,
smart.
Yeah, that's called macking if you ask me. I got game. What you want me to tell you? Number 8. Twisting a story to minimize their abusive behavior. All right, I don't
define abusive.
I'm not an abusive person.
Define twisting.
What
Anyways.
I want to do to your fucking neck every time I see you. Number 9, minimizing their hurtful behaviors or words by saying something like, it was just a joke, or you're way too sensitive, or fuck you, funny to me. That is Rory.
Yo.
Number 9.
Oh, wait, hold on.
Rory's
In
like
my
6
defense,
for-
in my defense,
You're not defend yourself.
what if it was a joke? And what if they are way too sensitive? And what if it was funny to me?
Listen, you're right. I'm not
You know,
arguing
like,
with you.
Women on every...
I'm not gaslighting them. I truly believe it was just a joke.
Yeah,
I truly believe they are way too sensitive.
Yep.
And I truly believe it was funny to me.
Right.
All right.
I'm telling the truth.
I love the fact how they have this know the fact. 74% of female victims of domestic violence also experience gaslighting from their partner or ex-partner, according to the National Domestic Violence Hotline. Who studies this?
Women do this 1 through 10. Oh, wait, maybe I'm gaslighting right now.
Yeah.
Because I'm putting it on them. Women do it too.
Oh no! Listen to number 10. Separating you from friends and family who might recognize your gaslighting abuse symptoms.
That's
I
pretty
wouldn't even know
bad.
how to
Yeah,
do that.
That's crazy.
You're on a different level if you could separate Shorty
So-
from her friends and family.
That's ill.
You're not going out tonight.
I'm
cooking.
No, that's
Stay
not.
home.
That's
Yo,
but see, that's
yo,
not
you
what
talking
it
to your
means.
mom right now?
Yeah,
But
hang
see,
your
that's
phone
not
up.
what it means. That's not what it means. It doesn't literally mean physically separating them. That's not what it means.
What does it mean?
What does it mean?
It means where men will be like, your fucking friends, where they're sitting up there complaining to their friends about you. And so you sitting up there talking to your fucking friends and your friends is all fucking single. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Now she's not comfortable going to her friends, telling her friends anymore that you're walking her like a dog because she keeps staying with you.
Okay, what if in fact her friends are single and don't know what the fuck they're talking about?
And this is why Rory's the biggest gaslighter on this side of it.
There he goes.
See, audience,
Jokes
y'all
aside,
see it,
though,
right?
what? All right, is it gaslighting if it's not true? What if it's true? That's not gaslighting.
Then that's not gaslighting.
I think
but
this
they're
is
not
within the
talking
assumption
about
that all of these things are in
Gotcha.
fact
that
what's
you're
happening.
manipulating.
Okay.
The manipulation is the biggest thing about gaslighting.
because I've dated a lot of women that have really shitty friends
Yes.
that I may have said, not just in our disagreements, just in life in their decision making,
Yes.
that you should probably stay away from them hoes.
But if you're
They're ruining
but
your
that's-
life.
But see, that's not gaslighting. Gaslighting is
Oh, yes,
good
leave it
advice.
right there,
if your bitch's friend caught you at the club with a bitch and she called her friend and said, yo, your man was at a club with a bitch.
Sounds really specific.
Yeah.
You have a lot of specific examples
anyway,
here.
your man was at a club with a bitch, and then when she comes to you and say, "Hey, so and so saw you at the club with a girl. Do you want to explain yourself?" And you get all angry and was like, "And you fucking believe her? That bitch not even really your friend. This, and that."
What if she's not her friend?
Word.
We're not talking about that.
Why
We're
is she in the
talking
club?
about you getting caught. So instead
But I'm
of
not
just
talking about me
taking-
getting caught. I'm talking about that girl as a friend to you.
Yeah.
And she's an Aquarius. You could never trust her.
Right.
And why she hating?
And why is she at the club? Why didn't she invite you to the club?
Why is she with her?
That's not a good friend.
Oh my! I'm in a room full of
And why she got eyes?
manipulators.
Yeah.
Why don't that bitch mind her business?
Why she got eyes? Why she got eyes? Why she got eyes? Close your eyes when you see me out with my other bitch.
Yeah.
Right?
That's not me.
Yeah. How to tell if
And
someone...
why was you in my section? Didn't pay nothing. You got
Right.
broke ass
Right.
friends.
Yeah. How to tell if someone is gaslighting you and eroding
She
your
trying to
mental
fuck me
health.
too, babe.
It says having trouble making even simple decisions. Now wait.
Wait, hold on. What is this?
I have trouble making simple decisions sometimes.
That's how to tell if someone is gaslighting you and eroding your mental health.
Nobody is eroding my mental health. Sometimes I just can't decide if I want Italian or fucking...
Japanese.
Context is key. Like, why are y'all playing doofy?
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry.
sorry.
The most damaging gaslighting abuse symptoms are the ones that take root in a victim's mind and begin to wear away at their self-worth and trust in themselves. Here are some of the mental health consequences of being gaslit. Having trouble making even simple decisions. Making excuses for your partner's behavior to family or friends.
Can you explain this better to me, Damaris? This is saying if they have trouble making simple decisions about me, or
No, if they have trouble, you've made them feel like if you keep telling
They keep
them, yo,
second guessing
you
shit.
stupid, you stupid,
Oh,
you stupid,
all right.
Yeah,
Okay,
then they
got it.
have a problem trusting themselves.
This
Got
is
it.
okay.
saying you may be a gaslight victim if
Got it.
you
All
are
right.
experiencing any of these symptoms.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Making excuses for your partner's behavior to family or friends.
Oh, I've been
Doing
gaslit.
that currently.
Constantly second guessing yourself. Oh man.
Yeah, my
fuck.
You don't
lit.
even know her.
I
Yeah.
stay lit.
Blaming yourself for the way the other person treats you. Trying to convince yourself that their behavior isn't really that bad. Walking on eggshells around the other person. Believing that you are too sensitive.
What if she's too sensitive?
Yeah. Questioning your own feelings, judgments, and observations.
I mean, they stay questioning everything.
Feeling lonely and trapped. Doubting your own memory and sanity. Now, I've doubted my
This
own
just
memory.
sounds
That
like
was the
this
one.
sounds like growing up in an Irish household.
Yeah, this sounds like growing up in America.
Yeah.
Staying silent rather than speaking up about what you think or believe. Being on edge and feeling threatened all the time.
Damn.
Starting to believe what the gaslighter tells you about yourself, that you are crazy or stupid.
What if you're being crazy and stupid?
Yeah, that's true. Thinking you can't do anything right and feeling disappointed in who you have become.
Well, what if your decision making should make you feel that way?
No, there's no accountability with gaslighting.
No.
At all.
At all.
This sounds like a bunch of people that will not take accountability for their actions.
At all. Spending a lot of time apologizing for your actions.
I hate people that don't apologize for their actions.
I do too. That's a real problem though. Like when you don't apologize for your actions, and I don't like to tell people they should apologize. I just wait for it. Like, why don't you just apologize?
Yeah, asking for
Yeah,
apology.
you can't
is
ask for an
kinda
apology.
pointless.
I'm not asking for an apology. If it never happens or the person never gives it, it's like, all right, cool.
And I hate people that apologize too much. Like now you're just kind of diluting the apology. You just be apologizing. You just be saying sorry.
A study of 250 young adults found that abusers who gaslit their partners also exhibited high levels of emotional detachment, impulsivity, and risk-taking and antisocial behaviors.
So
All right.
basically, gaslighters are sociopaths.
250 is that's like a corner in New York City. Like, that's not a lot of people.
It's not.
I'm not judging. Like, this whole study off
Well,
250.
stats are stupid because typically stats are from like one focus group of a bunch of idiots that just wanted a free lunch.
Rory does hate data.
Yeah.
Data is pretty trash though.
You guys say data, not data?
Data.
Depends.
Data. You can say data or data, depending on what part of the Mason-Dixon you're from.
That's true.
It's true.
Listen,
Who
man.
is Mason and Dixon?
Mason? Well, if you remember the great legend Anthony Mason for the New York Knicks, rest in peace.
I thought he was about to give us a real fact. I hate him.
And myths of the Mason-Dixon line. The Mason-Dixon line named for
Charles Manson and
Charles Mason
and Jeremiah.
and Jeremiah.
really
I love his new record.
Crazy combo.
I didn't know he had anything to do with the Mason-Dixon. Charles Mason and Jeremiah Dixon, the men who surveyed boundaries between Maryland and Pennsylvania, is known as the dividing line between the North and the South.
I'm sure both of them were very progressive gentlemen that believe in the equality of everybody in America at the
In the
time.
North and the South. yes.
Sometimes
I'm sure that line meant nothing but we should all be equal.
Exactly.
I think shit like this happens from two guys being out and they just drew a line in the sand. All right, so this is the North, this is the South.
You just happen to be there first.
Yeah, like y'all was just there. It's like, why do we believe these guys? Who are these guys from the 1760s?
They're Jeremiah and Charles.
Listen, I'm stupid, but Maryland is not like the middle to divide.
No.
It's mad north.
They didn't have maps like that.
Well, if you are a victim of gaslighting, don't let nobody gaslight you. Fuck these gaslighters.
I feel gaslit off this article.
I like this last one. Don't try to argue with a gaslighter. Gaslighting is not irrational behavior, and gaslighters will not respond to logic or admit their true motivation. If a partner, friend, or colleague turns a conversation into an opportunity to insult you or question your sanity or ability, step away from discussion and the relationship. This sounds very familiar, Rory.
It just sounds like they have a good sense of humor. Opportunity to insult you or question your sanity?
Oh, yeah, y'all should know enough about. Y'all should definitely know about gaslighting.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah. Oh, I know a lot about it.
Yeah.
Well, Mal, I think we should practice trusting ourselves again.
I think so too. Is there like a
No, the whole point was that we trusted ourselves. And it was like, nah. And I did not doubt myself at one time.
At all. Not once. Oh, man. Fuck you, gaslighters.
Well,
we
I feel
can
like
see right through your
everybody
bullshit.
has gaslit.
Oh, I've definitely gaslit before. Of course.
Rory, you're a huge gaslighter.
Yeah.
Mal, I know you're a huge gaslighter.
Why?
Can you think of an example that you watched me gaslight before?
Yeah.
No.
Because you're a gaslighter too, though.
I've gaslit, but I'm not a gaslighter.
What the fuck does that even mean?
That's not one of those people that's like,
that
okay,
right there is gaslighting.
I've stolen, but I'm not a thief.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I've stolen, but I'm
I've
not
lied,
a thief.
but I'm not a liar.
Exactly.
Like I voted, but I'm not a politician.
This could be gaslighting, but I agree with Damaris. I've gaslit, but I don't think I'm a gaslighter.
All right, well then what's how many times?
No. Why do you say I'm a huge gaslighter?
I didn't say
Yeah, why is Mal Bick now?
because I can tell.
That ain't see. That's not enough.
I can tell.
How do you tell? You gotta give me more than that.
I think you have really unique gaslighting things that weren't on this list. I think your nonchalantness is like a head game for a lot of
big gaslight.
Yeah.
Yo.
You be pretending you don't care to confuse them. Like that's
And
your type of
also,
gaslight.
Mal, I can tell.
Or I don't care.
Mine is saying, hey, mine is like, hey, you're stupid and you're crazy.
Yeah.
Damn.
Like the list.
Okay.
But Mal's, I can tell
data.
Mal's is
Like
more
the
like
list.
Mal
You know
is
the list.
type-
Rory wrote the list.
Mal is the type where you can do something to cause an emotional reaction out of me, and then if the girl emotionally reacts, you sit up there like, "Yo, why you tripping?"
Yeah, you're not even my girl.
Yeah, turn
Look at Mom's face right
Yeah,
now.
you don't.
That's big facts. You're not my girl.
big
Why you
gas,
tripping?
big gas.
Yeah, why you tripping? Big gas. Turn the stove up. Are you kidding me?
Call Con Edison.
Yeah. But I will say this though. I don't lead. One thing I have never done. I don't lead women on. I don't have women in.
You don't actively lead women on. I hate
No, I
when
don't.
say that.
No, I don't at all. Like we have conversations about what this is, what this isn't. I'm very clear. What women don't like about me is they feel like in their minds, if they fuck with me and date me long enough, that my emotions or my feelings will change and we'll end up like in a serious relationship. And then when it doesn't, I'm a piece of shit. But I told you from the gate, it wasn't. I wasn't looking for that.
It sounds like gaslighting.
No, but if I tell you from the gate, I don't want a relationship. I don't want a committed relationship. And then you think that because we've just been dating or fucking for like 3-4 months that my emotions would change, like, and it doesn't. That doesn't make me a bad guy.
No, that's their hopes because you're doing the things that lead to a relationship, and then they're convincing themselves that that's what's in fact happening. They don't remember that first conversation you had in the first link. We're like,
So
maybe he's coming around.
So does
and
that
then
make
you're
me
like,
a gaslighter?
psych.
Kind of, yeah.
I think you should keep. I think
You should
to
probably
avoid,
remind them that, hey, this
it should
isn't
be,
a thing.
It should
Checking
just be
every
that
week?
one conversation
for
in
real.
the beginning. It should
But
be
then that makes
clarity
you really an
throughout
asshole.
the-
Yeah, like
Yo, just to
like, yo, we
remind,
just
like-
had fun tonight, but yo, you know you're not my girl,
After
right?
you know, like, yo, I just want to remind you.
Yeah, like yo, you're not my girl. You know that, right? Like
Same
you're not
here.
in a commitment. You can go fuck somebody else. Like who does that?
That's kind of fucked up. Yeah.
Child, more people than you think.
That's fucking sick.
Would you prefer that?
Would I prefer that?
Yeah.
I like clarity to the point where it's painful. Like I want you to be as
Why would
clear
you want to do that
as
to yourself?
possible
Because she loves pain and that makes her like the guy more.
Oh, she's
it's
attracted
just,
to chaos.
No, it's
Oh.
because I'll start to like live in a fantasy, and I need be very clear. Like I don't want any type of misclear.
Okay,
many
but
times I gotta
even if
tell
I'm
you?
not super clear the way we just said, like, yo, we not together after I nut type of shit. Why do I have to live up to this fantasy you created in your fucking head? Why is that my
I never
responsibility?
said you had to live up to it.
And
I
how
never
many
said
times?
If I say
how
we're
many
not
times you
doing
gotta say
nothing,
it?
but just because I don't remind you every other month and I happen to like to cuddle, now I'm responsible for your fucking
How
fantasy?
come we don't fantasize like that?
We're dudes.
I fantasize about her leaving. Like, oh, yo, she left right now. I get a good 8 hours.
I remember a girl asked me after we had sex. She's like, "Yo, would you be mad if I leave right now?" I said, "Would I be mad? I would fucking love you if you left right now. Please go." I love the fact that she asked that. Like, "Yo, would you be upset if I left right now?" I was like, "No, Go when you must.
And that's why I asked for clarity, because I have so many male friends, and I work with y'all. So like, even hearing that you could be laying in the bed with somebody wishing they would leave, tell me to get the fuck out. Tell me to get the fuck out.
Not make
I would rather you tell me to get the fuck out than you be sitting up there, I wish this bitch would leave. Tell me to get the fuck out, please.
Have you ever been in a situation, let's not even act like we're super
much of an asshole, though.
chauvinistic in this. I think a lot of times the guy doesn't want to be rude. And we've talked about this mad times. I've never been the guy, I'm not good at saying get out. Like I've never been that guy. Tell a girl to get out. I'm not good at it. I'm pussy, I'm corny. I think there's been plenty of times where the woman wanted to leave, but she didn't want to feel weird. Like, it's both of us wanting to be alone, yet we don't want to tell the other person, and the girl doesn't want to look like the hoe that's just fucked and is like, well, I'm gonna leave now, and thinking I'm gonna look at her weird. Meanwhile, in my head, that would be the most attractive thing ever, because I know now we can coexist. Because I just want to lay by myself for a second.
She's like, would you be mad if I left?
Like, no, we're actually moving into a relationship now.
I love you. You're my girlfriend.
Now I know you like alone time.
I knew I loved you.
But you got to get off before you even like beat or like get the nut off. You have to get like lay the seeds prier and say, hey, like I have
what is this
brunch or I have a breakfast.
I know where he's going.
I've had niggas do that, bro.
No, but like
that was my go-to when I was
you don't even got to do that. Yo, my mom's coming over early in the morning. Yo, you don't even got to do all that.
I'm not even joking. The first time I started saying it was true. Like I actually had something. I was like, wait a minute, this could just be a universal go-to, and it's way easier to be like, hey, like before anything happens, like I have to get up early. I have to go to this, or like I got a flight to catch. I have to get coffee with my family. Like something's happening in the morning early for me.
I have to get coffee with my family.
That one's funny.
My cousins and I in New York, we do a cousins brunch like once a month.
Yeah, no, I feel you.
Yeah,
and it just happened to be the night before.
It was every first time. It was that authentic brunch, and then every other time,
and then it was good, and you hit a second time, and you're like, yeah, we're moving it to twice a month now.
All right, so tell me about this woman fucking on top of a man thing, Damaris.
Ooh, yeah.
Okay, so there was a thing that went viral on Twitter where a girl was cursing her friend out on Twitter because she said the scenario was her and her best friend of years and her man all were at her man and her's house. I guess the couple lived together, and their best friend came over. And they all like got drunk, right? They were drinking. They're all friends. They were drinking. At some point, the girl got really drunk and went to her bedroom. Her friend walked her to her bedroom. She blacked out, whatever. She woke up to her best friend and her man like fucking on top of her, but like saying, like telling her to wake up type shit. So when she like got her bearings about her, she just starts swinging on them. And they like basically like, yo, you drunk? Like what's like, basically they were like, yo, you trying to set up the threesome? And she was like, I would have never went for some shit like that. We never did anything like that before. I feel like y'all are being sneaky.
Okay.
Yeah, they tried to wake her up mid-fuck. Two honest people. She's the gaslighter.
Yeah.
So she tweets,
big lit.
You got in my bed on top of my lifeless, limp, drunk body.
Terrible way to start a tweet.
By my boyfriend literally on top of me. I'm so drunk, I can barely move as is. Definitely not with a bitch on top of me. The second I gathered myself, I swung on both of them. The fuck? He talking about, I thought it was a threesome. I thought this was what you wanted. Because why did she come get in our bed and do what she did? Nigga, what? When have I ever been on that? Be for real. She laid in the bed right after me. I had no clue she was in my bed till I rolled over. In shock, like, Ariana, what are you doing here?
Yeah. So basically she like
there's text messages.
Oh yeah, let me read the text messages.
Gaslight's in here. See, word of the year.
She was texting her friend telling her what happened. And she starts trying to gaslight me and saying, Naya, I'm always good to you. I'm your only friend. Why would you punch me? Even right now I'm hungover, but I'm livid. My blood is boiling. I remember vividly and very clearly what the fuck they did in front of my face. And I tried my best to record considering I was drunk. That's what the 19-second video is. Because people will try to lie as if drunk means retarded. He says, get your slow ass up, gang, while walking in butt ass naked with her. And you can hear when I fall. Jordan, I will literally beat them both out of their sleep, right? I'm telling you right now. And her friend was like, Nay, are you sure?
Are you sure? Yeah. Like she dreamt this?
The next one.
That's gaslighting.
There's another screenshot that comes.
I mean,
get your slow ass up, gang.
Oh yeah, she said, so who initiated, him or her? And she's like, her. She laid in our bed. He was waking me up to have sex. She heard me declining and then starts assisting him and tapping me to wake me up. He has his dick out. She starts sucking it. And after she's already sucking it, says, Naya, do you want me to do this? And I'm paralyzed, literally can't move or say a word.
Back up. So I do understand where he's saying he thought it was a threesome, because why would your girlfriend just be comfortable coming and getting in the bed with us if y'all didn't talk about this? I do understand where the guy's coming from. Thought it was a threesome.
I'm gonna push the female agenda here.
They probably
as I do on this podcast.
They're all out drinking, whatever, you know.
As I often do on this podcast.
I'm gonna defend women.
Okay.
If you're in a relationship, you do have some understanding about, especially your girl's thoughts about other women.
Yes.
Coming into the relationship, especially if it's a friend too.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because I've been with women that are with the threesome, but never with one of her friends.
Right.
I've been with the woman that wants to bring the friend in, but it's the threesome friend. It's not really her friend.
Right.
You know, like you have some type of knowledge if your girl is down with that or not.
Mm-hmm.
This sounds like everybody was drunk, his girl fell asleep, and it was the hoey friend, and they found an excuse. He was just trying to beat.
Mm-hmm.
That's where I think this was. I don't think anyone got confused on the threesome, but let him tell it. We don't know. Maybe before she passed out, they was fucking touching each other, making out for all I know.
Oh, he's a gaslighter. I figured him out.
Yeah.
Fuck the friend in the bed with your girl so you can say, I thought it was a threesome to get that off because it's like, I'm not sneaking. I'm actually doing it right in front of you.
Yeah.
Knowing that she's super fucking drunk. And like Rory said, you know if your girl is into women, you know if your girl would even, like, you proposition that to your man before you even proposition it to your friend.
I think he was beaten and she woke up and they scrambled and was like, threesome.
Yeah.
That's how I think this went.
Yeah.
I haven't been in a similar situation, but I have been in the situation where it was supposed to be a threesome and the other girl got too drunk and passed out and woke up in the middle of us fucking and was upset that like we didn't wake her up or like we did that without her.
So she was with it.
No, it was we all knew that's what was going to happen, but I had not had sex with either of them, but we knew that was what it was. And one of the girls got too drunk and she was upset even the next morning when she sobered up that we did that without her because it was agreed that the three of us were going to fuck rather than just one-on-one.
I mean,
Did you run it back in the morning?
I mean, naturally when everyone calmed down, yeah.
Wow.
It's a long time ago.
Heard you.
What's wrong with Eddie, man?
This guy crazy.
He beat off 14 times in one day.
I don't know.
I don't listen to any dudes.
I was 13.
Yeah, I think that's I don't know, man. I feel like a lot of these demaras are just to get the timeline going. I don't think these are real scenarios.
No, I think that was a real scenario. I think that was
it
a
could
real
be.
Scenario.
It
no, because they fought. The fight was like on Instagram.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, they really got to it.
I'm sorry. We told you that backstory and we didn't actually go into the question that was supposed to follow discourse. Mm-hmm. So the question actually is do you think it's weird for a friend to get in the bed with a couple? Non-sexually.
No.
Mm-mm. That happened on more than a few occasions.
The female.
Just like, yes, a female friend. So like,
I'm about to say, because if Rory get in the bed with me and my shorty, I'm gonna be like, yo, fam,
we didn't need to. No, I thought that went without saying. I didn't know we had to establish what we were talking about.
Like, yo, what we watching? I'm gonna be like, yo, fam, honestly, we watching your Uber pull up right now. Like, the fuck out of here. Like,
listen, man, your bed may be better for my back than the couch.
Great mattress, I get it.
Because when I
didn't think we need to establish what we were talking about. Yeah, a woman coming into the.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I think that's cool.
I was on the timeline and I was, a girl was like, why the fuck would you even get in the bed with me and my man anyway? That's a violation, drunk or not. And I was like, yo, y'all show me.
But where in the bed though?
Yeah.
Is it like I'm in the sandwich? I'm the meat.
No, it's got to be man,
it's
got
to be man, girl. Yeah.
Me, my girl, and then your girlfriend on the other side of you.
You can't be. There can't.
I can't be in the middle. I can't be
a sandwich. But it's not even like on some cuddle shit.
I've done a sandwich on accident though. Like it wasn't like we got into the bed.
What you mean? You were in the middle?
No.
You were on the outside. The dude was in the middle.
The dude was in the middle. I've done that before.
But also like,
it wasn't like we just fell asleep me and my best friend has been my best friend for 14 years. She's been with her husband for 12 of those years. Mm-hmm. So like, since we were all in high school. So like, that's like my brother, like we raised our kids together. Yeah. So me, him, her, the kids.
I think it depends on the relationship.
In the bed before.
Yeah,
like,
it depends on the relationship.
But people were telling me that that's weird. They think that that's a violation and that there needs to be boundaries. And I was so confused because I'm like, if you think that your friend would fuck if you're uncomfortable with that, why is that your friend?
Well,
it depends on the level of friendship.
Because anytime I say my girl can go hang out with her male friend, it's World War III. But yeah,
that's just. I mean,
so you would be okay with your girl getting in the bed with her best friend?
I would murder everybody.
The facts.
I don't get that.
Going out to lunch with her male best friend is not the same as getting in a bed with him. That's not.
My girl is. That's not the same. My girl is not. I'm not cool with my girl getting.
Anytime I've had a girl come in to a bed with me and my girl at the time, that girl was single. She wasn't in a relationship.
Yeah.
And if we're friends, then what's the difference?
And I'm sure that if the girl,
I'm not that progressive.
Yeah.
And I'm sure if the girl has a boyfriend, like my girl's friend, if she has a boyfriend, I'm sure he wouldn't want her getting in the bed with us.
I'd feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I'm sure he wouldn't want that.
Why
Like, I
would
wouldn't
he
want
be
my
there?
girl getting in the bed with her homegirl and her homegirl's man. Like, what you doing? Go sleep lay on the floor or fucking watch TV on the couch. Like, why are you in the bed with them?
Again, I'm cool if she stays in another room.
Because you know niggas like
or
to
the
wear
couch,
basketball shorts and no underwear under them in the house.
Oh, facts.
Shit just
Wearing
swinging.
drawers with basketball shorts in the house is like serial killer behavior.
Yeah, exactly. Why are you in the bed?
I don't know. Maybe
Nah.
maybe I have really progressive friendships because I've been in the bed with my man and my homegirls have come and jumped in the bed with us. Like,
No,
They
we
have
agree with
boyfriends?
that.
They
We're
have
saying,
boyfriends? Your
yeah, they
girlfriend-
had a boyfriend, but they're like, it's not even like.
oh, well, she's the hippie, not her man.
But she's jumping in the bed with us. She laying on the foot of the bed.
That's a
We
good
all
word,
watching
hippie.
TV. If she falls asleep, she falls asleep. I'm not kicking my friend up like, yo, wake up. Yeah, if your nigga find out you was in the bed with us, like I think that to even think of it like that is weird. I think that
if that nigga FaceTime her and see her in the bed talking about, yo, where you at? And she be like, I'm in the bed with Damaris and her man. And he be like, I'm on my way over there to shoot that shit up. But now I'm getting shot.
Yeah.
I didn't even tell her to get in this bed. Like,
I don't know. I think it all comes from like how you were raised. I was raised in a household where like there were always a bunch of people. It was very like family oriented. Friends just come in and walk it. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, me
That's
too.
just the way I was raised.
Slept in the bed with cousins, sisters, brothers, like, yeah. But as adults in a relationship, my woman is to not get in the bed with her homegirl and her man. We're not doing that. I've seen enough Showtime movies. I know how this ends.
What if you do a podcast with him?
In the bed?
No, we're not gonna do a podcast in the bed together.
Oh, I thought that would be pretty lit.
Yeah.
No, you're missing.
Hey, yo.
You're missing what Rory's asking.
Oh, what if we do a pod?
Never mind.
No. I'm gonna
I was
understand.
suggesting if your girl came in bed with me and my girl because we do a podcast together, it's okay.
Nah.
You wouldn't trust me around your girl in bed?
I would not.
Like if Rory had a
Trust this Irish
girl.
lad.
So Mal, you're telling me if Rory had a girl, right? If Rory had a girl
Mm-hmm.
and you met, the girl had a best friend,
Mm-hmm.
and you met the best friend through Rory, whatever. He's like, yo, I got something for you, right?
Yeah.
And one day you call her, and you know that eventually that becomes your girl. One day you call her, and she's doing the same thing that she's always done, which is over here hanging with
Yeah.
Rory and his girl.
Yeah.
You gonna say, yo, why the fuck you in the bed with them? Get the fuck out.
They can hang out right here. It's a lovely couch.
Big ass couch.
Yeah.
Lovely sofa. Lovely
Yeah, that
TV.
makes
I have a
sense.
whole spare bedroom with a
Yeah.
queen size bed.
That's what I'm
makes
saying.
There's
It's never.
options. There's
Why
options.
are you in the bed with Rory and his girl?
Y'all
There's
sold it
mad
out.
there's rooms, there's sofas, it's a lovely ottoman. Like you
You have
could
this
lay
many options and you're all
you
still
could
crammed
lay
in the
a
same
lot
bed.
of places.
That's sick.
I would feel extremely uncomfortable if Maul's girl just
That's what I'm
like,
saying.
oh, what are you doing?
If Rory's girl was to get in the bed with me and my girl, I would definitely get out the bed and call Rory like, yo, come get your girl, fam.
Matter of fact, that's not
Like,
your
I'm
girl,
not-
but get her out my
Yeah,
house.
like I'm not even
Well,
going
yeah,
back
that-
in
that
my
makes
bed.
sense.
I'm not even going back in my bed until
Word.
you get here. Like,
That makes sense.
Yeah,
I
I'm
don't know.
not
It's just
doing
I've been friends with all of my friends for like years, so it's like
Oh, yeah, I
their
know.
men are like those my bros, bro. Like we playing video games and shit, like feeding the kids together. Like ain't nobody.
Ew.
We're not even thinking like
no, I
that.
know it takes a village, but
yeah, it's a village.
some villages are like strangers.
It only
so.
takes one hard dick to ruin the relationship. Trust me. A fourth crypto billionaire has been found dead.
What a transition.
Yeah, we're talking about stiffies.
Mall.
There has to be what?
That was crazy.
Okay, delete it.
You said
There's nothing to delete there.
You mentioned a dead person and said we talking about stiffies. That's not crazy.
All right, my bad.
Oh, because you got rigor mortis.
Sure.
Yeah, exactly. Nigga mortars. Paranoid crypto millionaire drowns in Puerto Rico after tweeting that CIA and Mossad were after him. Families say no foul play, but friends are suspicious about his sudden death.
Where is this reporting from, bro?
Yeah, I feel like these stories are like bullshit.
This looks
There's
crazy.
definitely been some crypto billionaires dying, but this type of stuff looks weird to me. Like,
Yeah.
what source is this? Where did this come from?
I don't know. And on Tuesday, November 22nd, Javier Biosca jumped from the 5th floor of a hotel in Estepana, Spain. His suicide ended a career as an international broker
Estepona.
that was as brief and irregular as the cryptocurrencies he handled.
That's a rude way to
That's a really I'm saying
eulogize
this
someone.
That's why this doesn't even look like real to me. Who would write that?
From the spiritual
Crypto
world.
founder Tian Kullander unexpectedly died at 30 in his sleep. His company had recently been rewarded a $3 billion evaluation.
I don't know, man.
Crypto billionaire Tehran, died in a mysterious helicopter crash after another passenger cancels last minute. He had 2 children and a wife. He was worth $20 billion.
So these are the 4 deaths. Their stories.
Rest in peace and prayers to everyone's family. But it
definitely is some weird things. A lot of odd coincidences that these are all crypto billionaires. But yeah, I don't know enough about this to say whether I believe that there's something going on where they're just killing crypto billionaires. But I've seen enough Jason Bourne movies to know it's not impossible.
No.
So yeah, that is what it is. We had a guest.
I just don't know if offing crypto billionaires is really like the strategy to get crypto out of here.
Yeah, I don't. That's what I'm saying. I don't know. I mean, it could be a weird coincidence. It could be some real thing, but I think you would have to kill a lot of people to get cryptocurrency out of here. But I don't know. Like you said, prayers and condolences to these families and the people that passed away.
Jokes aside, do you inherit crypto if a family member passes? The way
no,
there's like crypto wallets, so yeah, you could
get that money, right?
Yeah, but aren't those unique to the person?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
And also, how do those?
But so is your bank account to some degree. You could make a will with crypto, right?
Listen, we were supposed to get some crypto that we never got, Rory. So I don't even want to go into
those wallets are so secured, and like people that have lost their password, you have a certain amount of attempts before you're logged out permanently. So even if you don't know the password, like you can be locked out of your own wallet. So how the hell are you going to pass it to someone else?
I'd hope they'd have security measures with 20 million in crypto.
Just give it to Damaris. I'm sure she can figure out the password.
Yeah, of course she can.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Didn't one of the crypto billionaires lose all of his money in like a day and don't know what happened to it?
You know what happens.
It's happened a few times.
Yeah, Bernie Madoff, you know.
So you expect me to think that if my crypto billionaire wife dies, that the money is going to transfer to me?
Well, if she slept in a bed with your homeboy, then
no, you don't even have that problem.
Oh, transfer. Okay,
that's a security question. What homeboy did you sleep?
Oh, okay, gotcha. Mm-hmm. We had a friend of ours stop by for a very interesting, unique conversation. I was really happy to sit down and talk with this gentleman because I've been watching his rebrand from afar, and I really like what he's doing and how he's kind of changed the trajectory of his career and his content and what he's been doing online. So we sat down with our homie China Mac.
Yes,
and had a cool conversation. So I think we should get into that, Rory.
I'm with you. Let's do it.
And we are back with a very surprising guest. Somebody who I have been following for years online, and I'm very happy to be sitting here talking with today because I want to talk about this amazing rebrand that he has. Very different guy from the guy that I've known and met on YouTube years ago. And his rebrand and what he's doing now is amazing. It's inspiring and it's pretty fucking dope. So we are joined today with the one and only China Mac.
Yo,
guy.
How you doing, family?
I'm great, man. I'm great. What brand did you say?
Your rebrand.
My rebrand. I thought you said the weed brand. I was like,
no. See, look.
I was like, yeah, you know something. I don't know.
Wait, you ain't bring the weed?
I was like,
yeah, you ain't got it rolled up.
Yeah. Are you sure? I think you got the wrong person.
This is a different kind of weed. The weed guy, I thought.
Yeah,
no. Rebrand.
Your rebrand. Your rebrand. An amazing.
What's up, man? How y'all doing?
The newly LA resident. Yeah. All the New Yorkers are moving away. Maul and I are the only ones standing strong.
Right.
How's standing stupid?
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
We need to move.
I feel like everybody's moving out of LA too, and I'm the dickhead that's
that
moving
went.
in.
Everybody is moving out of LA now. Everybody's leaving.
Right.
LA.
Everybody from LA is moving to Austin.
Yep.
Right. Everybody from like New York is moving like to Atlanta or like Miami.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Austin. I love Austin. Austin is dope.
Austin is fine. I don't really like Austin though.
Really?
I got arrested out there.
Oh,
that'll
that's
do
a
it.
reason not to like Austin.
That'll do it.
No, they left me there for a month. I was fighting for my life out there for some bullshit. For something even. How
long ago was this?
It was like 3 years ago.
Oh, okay, yeah. So then, yeah, I could see why you wouldn't want to go back.
Something
to
like that.
Yeah,
I was sitting in the county there for a month, and it was just because I put money in a bum's thing. Mm-hmm. Right. And then I don't know, it was a long story, but a short story out of a long story is I was on the strip, right? And this bum comes on a wheelchair, right? So I was promoting a song. So he comes on a wheelchair and then he pulls up on my guy and my guy's talking to a girl. So they kind of start arguing. And then the guy is like, my boy is like, man, get out of here. You on a wheelchair. So he's like, what, bitch? So he gets up out the wheelchair. Like, what's up? So I was like, oh shit. Right? So I was like, oh shit.
He's got wheels and legs.
I was like, so in my mind, I'm thinking about marketing. I'm like, yo, bro, I got a new song out right now. Can I pay you $10 to motherfucking do the same shit and say something about my song? So he like, $10? He said, my bucket, $20. I was like, yo, bro, I got $10. He's like, all right, put this shit in my bucket. So I put the $10 in his bucket, and then he stand on his chair, and he's like, this fucking Chinese motherfucker think I'm gonna do some shit for him. I told him 20, he put 10. I was like, bitch.
Oh, yeah.
So I went in the fucking bucket
to get
and
your
threw
shit.
all the money in the air. As soon as I did that, before my hand even went down, I was on a wall. Police on me. Boom, put me on a wall, handcuffed me. I'm on parole, mind you.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And then he locked me up for fucking robbery. Robbery. I was in there for a month fighting. My bail was 300 bands, bro. The cash. I was like, wow, this is crazy.
Austin is so progressive that they protect the homeless people.
Yeah, that's fucking wild though. Now that'll make you not want to ever go back to the city again.
Yeah, I don't want to, but I am coming back to Austin. I'm coming back in January. Me and Akiway. You know about Akiway? Mm-hmm. You don't know who Akiway is?
Put us on. Akiway. Put us on
chopped
right
cheese?
Now. I mean, I know.
The Akiway?
I know Ak that gives the chopped cheese.
Yeah, but it's the Akiway.
Okay.
Super viral all over the internet. I brought him out to LA 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
And in one day of promotion, he posted it up on Instagram one day.
I did see this.
And it was like a fucking 1,000 people outside.
I seen that. Now that I saw.
Okay. He's viral. You know what I'm saying? So I brought him out there, and now we're going to go to Texas.
Okay.
And like, do a food tour and shit. China Mac eats with Akiway. New York shit.
You should bring a chopped cheese to the gentleman. I'm sure he's standing up in his wheelchair on the...
Yeah, if he's there, I'll bring him a
At this point, he's asking for crypto $20 instead of...
I'm going to bring him a chopped cheese after I slap the shit out of him.
Allegedly.
Rory.
Joke. So you've been on a lot of platforms, I feel like, telling your backstory, but I do want to get into this transition, like Mal had said, with the rebrand, because I remember when you got on the YouTube scene, if you will.
Right.
And you've done a lot of amazing things, and not in the realm where I think most people... So much of YouTube now like leans into the criminal shit and it's getting a little weird and taboo. And you went the complete opposite route as far as your YouTube page. A lot of it being with the food stuff, a lot of interviews, etc. What was your idea going into making the YouTube page?
You know what it was? Is I was doing hip hop when I first came home. I was like, pursuing my rap career. And I just felt like the space that my decision on my career was pushing me was something that would land me back in prison. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Because it's just like I'm spitting gangster rap and like, it was just putting me in spaces where I felt like, could possibly put me in a position where I could get in trouble. So I was just like, man, let me just do something else, bro. Like, let me do something that is not gonna land me in prison. You know what I'm saying? Because when I first came home, I was doing the rapping shit and I kept on getting arrested. Like I just told you, I got arrested in Texas. I got promoting a record. I got arrested in Lower East Side. I got arrested here. I got arrested here. And I was on parole and I kept on getting arrested. I'm like, yo, something is not right. And I had to like recalibrate myself and kind of look at it like, all right, what's the problem here? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I was just like, man, this rap shit is like forcing me kind of to do the stuff, like not do the stuff, but kind of putting me in a space where that stuff could happen at. And I was just like, let me just start doing like different type of content, you know what I mean? YouTube content with food and just like switch my brand up a little bit so I don't be pigeonholed to the street shit. You feel me?
Yeah.
And then I just thought, let me just go to my favorite food spots in Chinatown. Yeah. And then I started doing that, and then people responded to it, and then I just kept on doing it to the point where that's basically all I do now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
New York City today is a very different New York City from the one that I grew up in, loving hip hop. Do you feel like the music today, the energy that surrounds it is responsible for so many violent things that are going on in the city today? Is it because like the younger kids feel like they have to live and act out what they're rapping. Like they have to be on camera doing it because now things go viral and you can monetize your music videos. And it's so many ways for these young kids and these young artists now to get money off of what they're doing. The fact that you say you were making music, but you were getting in trouble, and you had to kind of step back and look at that and say, all right, I got to do something different. Do you attribute the energy in the music to the way these kids are moving now in the city?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, no, both, because it's like, yeah, in one aspect of it, I do think that the music has influences. You know what I mean? That's the strongest. Music is the strongest influence. I heard. You know, Elijah Muhammad recently say that music can influence more people than 100 of his lectures. You know what I'm saying? So and definitely 100% music influences, because it influenced me as a child. You know Absolutely. What I'm saying? Or as a teen, might I say. But also, that doesn't take away poverty. You know what I'm saying? Like all of the other stuff. So music is a piece of it, but there's also a whole nother like piece of it that is very important too. You know what I'm saying? Poverty, uneducation, you know what I'm saying? You know, all of that. You feel me? But I feel like music is definitely a driving force for a lot of this chaos that happens, because I remember the first time I shot a gun. You know what I'm saying? And it was because, and when I did it, I thought about a rap lyric that Mobb Deep said. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And when I was shooting it, I was thinking about what Nori said. You know what I mean? Shoot up your block so you could know me. Like I was saying that in my head when I was shooting the gun. You feel me? So me, I know it influences, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not going to say that it's the only thing that influences, you know what I'm saying? Because you could have somebody that grows up in a great neighborhood, in a good family, and everything, you know what I mean? And listen to the same music, but have a different response to the music, you know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't blame it all on the music, but I do think that music has a piece of it, you know what I mean?
But in that regard, do you think it was just a soundtrack of something you would have done anyways? Shooting the gun for the first time, it wasn't because of the song, or it just was like, oh, all right, I know there's sounds that can relate to what I'm doing right now. No, it wasn't because of the song. Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
But it definitely made me feel, it pushed me more towards doing it.
Yeah. Okay.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. At what point do you think you realized that? In the moment?
Hell no.
Or way later on?
When I was sitting in the jail cell. You know what I'm saying?
When you got time to reflect and think.
Yeah, I'm thinking like, damn, man. Like, how the fuck I get here type shit, you feel me? And I was just like, you know, and I thought about all that stuff, and I was like, all right, you know, I was young and impressionable, and music impresses, you know what I'm saying? Music guys, a lot of us learn shit. How much stuff, let me ask you a question, Mal. How much stuff have you picked up from music, from your favorite rapper or favorite song, that you still carry out to this day? How many things that you've learned? How many things?
A lot.
A lot. How about you?
A majority of everything.
Right.
So, but it was all, I mean, it was everything that we were, the entire environment, I guess. To me, it just felt like the soundtrack, but that was what sounded good that I could go to as a reference point.
Right.
But I felt like they were probably rapping about what was around already.
Right. No, definitely.
So yeah, I think it's just kind of all encompassing of the full circle shit. That's why I don't always put so much on music. It's just a soundtrack to what was already going to happen regardless. No doubt. I think things have changed a bit where a lot of maybe the rappers are the ones actually doing the things, rather than when I was growing up, it was the person that wasn't doing the shit and they was just around the guys that was doing it.
Right.
That's why things have shifted a bit.
Right. Because now you can't be that person that you is not involved. You got to be active.
If you ain't doing it, it's like, oh, you capping.
Right.
Yeah.
You know because how many rappers back in the days when they was never in the street. They was just rapping about it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Never.
But not all of them, but a lot of them.
Yeah, some rappers was really in the streets and really doing things.
But not current though.
Yeah, like I always go back to like just thinking about, again, like I bring this up all the time, the music that I had to sneak and listen to, like Snoop Dogg first album, Doggy Style.
Crazy. That was a crazy
You listen to that today, it's not really violent.
It's like church music.
Yeah, it's like in comparison to today's music.
The craziest thing on that album Snoop is passing some pussy off to your friend.
Yeah, like he was saying some wild shit, but it's nowhere near as violent as yeah.
But you gotta look at it like everything progresses as the time goes on. So they set the tone, and now the people now they carrying the torch, and then moving forward it's gonna be the same shit. You know what I'm saying? I always say this, people be like, oh, the younger people now is this, right?
Yeah.
But what do you think the older people, the generation before us, was saying about us?
Oh, of course.
Yeah, they said the same thing.
Same thing.
Oh no, we're turning into
what is that
guy
shit
get
you
off my
listening
lawn.
to?
Yeah, we're turning into the generation before us, the old heads.
Oh no, I tell Rory all the time. Once I paid as much taxes as I paid last year, I call the police now when too many people are in front of the building.
And you never thought about doing that before.
Yeah, it's like yo, I got to get out of here, man. Like let the cops do their job,
and they gonna do the same thing.
Oh, for sure.
So I think it's just a cycle, bro. And but I do think that, like again, I do think that the music and like you said, how people are actually eating off of
they're monetizing
off of the they're monetizing off of their actions. You know what I'm saying? So why not? Yo, bro, I have no chance of making it out of these projects. My only chance is
pick up this camera and do
dumb shit.
Yeah.
You feel me? And do nut shit.
Yeah.
And just go viral. You know what I'm saying? So why wouldn't these kids do it?
But, or do
I think
what you did.
you're an example of the opposite, because when you came home, you're like, all right, let me do the rap shit. This is what I wanted to do. Realize what was going on
with these motherfuckers, bro.
But
I'm gonna keep it a buck. I like the most viral I ever went was when I was pushing negativity.
Yeah, I mean that's what viral shit is.
The most viral I ever went was when I was calling people out, when I was doing this, when I was doing that, when I was pushing that. You know what I'm saying? So, and then when I do say, oh, let me do this, let me calm it down.
Yeah.
I'm still moving, but I ain't moving like that.
Right,
you feel me?
But let me ask you, since you've been very successful within YouTube, and I can see by your numbers that you're monetizing very well, what has been more lucrative, going viral for a second or being consistent with the crazy numbers you have on your YouTube page now? That viral shit is cool for attention. There's not a lot of money in it. Like, you've been consistent with the content you put out, which is really being monetized. That viral shit for a second, they don't monetize shit.
No, you're right.
Unless you want to continue to follow the bullshit.
No, you're right. But let me ask you a question. Would I be monetizing as I'm monetizing if people didn't already know me for the bullshit? Like, people know me.
That's a good point.
I'm gonna say yes, you would.
I would.
Because I feel like your angle and just your personality and your style, it's not nobody that has done what you're doing. Like, literally going to all the dope spots downtown in the city, but you used to run around that in them areas doing different things. But now you showing people like, nah, this is the best. They got the best rice here, or the best wings, or the best. It's not. Nobody has done that. So I'm gonna say you would have been successful.
I think the negative shit, unfortunately, did help, just because that's the fucking world we live in. But I think it's a perfect example of taking a negative situation and making it positive, and not just thriving off the negativity that happened in your past and being defined by it. I know it sounds corny and all that shit, but yeah, you could have taken that Vlad interview and continued to rap about really negative shit, or ran around the city and saying, I'm the guy that did this, did that, and just made more viral negative moments.
Right.
But you took your story, which has some negative shit in it, unfortunately, in your past, and have a redemption story, and a successful one at that you don't need to continue to do fucking negative shit. Right. And that's why I've enjoyed watching this entire thing, because you easily, especially on YouTube right now, anytime a quote unquote criminal comes out and tells a story, they just keep, for the most part, doing negative shit, because that's what works on YouTube. So to your question, yes, I think there was a lot of attention on you because there may have been some negativity and some mistakes you've made in the past. But the real story now is the consistency of positive shit you've been doing.
Right.
And even down to, I'll go to the AD shit. We spoke about that. I thought that was the perfect example of being from an environment where you have to do certain things. No cameras, no nothing. Let's finish it. Great example. Move on to positivity. Now you and AD are doing great content.
Right.
So yeah, negativity does spread, but I think you're the perfect example of how you don't have to stay in it.
No, I definitely feel you. I feel you. And I agree. You know what I mean? But I also feel like you need a healthy dose of both. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Bro, look what
like
sells
in this
on Netflix
world right now, yo, like just the algorithms, bro. Like, you don't really it doesn't hit the point, and you have to do something negative to get that. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't say I promote negativity, but I gotta have a little bullshit in it sometimes. You know what I'm saying? And when the opportunity pops up for the bullshit, I'm for it. You know what I'm saying? But I don't make that's not the main focus.
You don't chase the next negative moment.
I don't chase it, but when it comes, I'm gonna embrace it.
Yes, okay.
Yeah, this is gonna be great. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But I do agree, but I also feel like you do need in this day and time with social media and everything and the algorithms and all that. You know, they kind of cater to that. People.
This show was launched on negativity. We had a breakup that was negative.
This show. Imagine, all right, look, check this out, right? This show right here, I don't know how many views it's gonna get, but if I got up right now and me and you started fighting, or I start fighting both of y'all, this is up.
Yeah, it's out of here.
This is gonna go up.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
So right now, we talking or whatever, talking about whatever. Boom,
it's a brand new crib, please. I don't want to fight.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying that. I said, listen, I don't want no problem.
I'm fucking with you.
I don't want no problem, Rory.
Yeah.
This guy right here is trouble. Yo, but
you got a wingspan. I can see you got reach. I'm cool.
Yo, but you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, so I do understand that you do need it. You know what I'm saying? But you just have to, I refuse to be, that's all I'm going to be doing. You know what I'm saying? Some people just chase that all the time.
Yeah.
That's what it is?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to keep on doing that. And that doesn't last.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Crash,
but when it does the opportunity does present itself, I don't run from it. You know what I'm saying? All right, there it go.
Take lemons and make lemonade.
Yeah.
Okay, this is what it is. All right, we're gonna use this moment, propel into some real shit, some dope shit.
And then back to regular programming.
I feel you.
And that's just fucking politics at this point.
Yeah.
That's not just the internet. That's America.
That's life. Yeah, that's everything.
How much happier are you though in your life?
I'm so happy, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm happy as fuck. Y'all can see me? Yeah. I'm happy, man. I ain't gonna lie. I'm happy, you know what I'm saying? My mom just beat cancer, so I'm super happy about that.
That's incredible.
I appreciate that. You feel me? Crazy shit is that woman had cancer 3 times, bro. 2 times while I was in prison. You know what I mean? I couldn't even fucking go see her. I couldn't do shit, bro. I felt bad. You know what I'm saying? Imagine that shit. And she beat it both times. And then the last time she had it, I was out here with her. You feel me? And she beat it again. You know what I mean? So, I'm super happy. You know what I mean? And just being able to just do shit that I love. You know what I mean? What I'm doing right now on my YouTube channel.
Yeah.
I love that shit, bro.
Yeah.
I love it. You know why? Because I get to do. I remember sitting in the cell and I'm looking at my little black and white TV, and I'm just watching all these Discovery Channel and watching fucking Anthony Bourdain and all these people. I used to watch that shit religiously. I can't wait to get the fuck out of there, and go to Alaska or go where. And now I'm living it. You feel me?
Yeah.
And there's so many people that I know that don't have that opportunity. You know what I'm saying? So I'm enjoying it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm getting paid off of it. You know what I mean? And I'm living and I'm happy. And I'm just happy to be here. Type shit. You feel me?
With Mac Eats, which I think is dope, by the way.
I appreciate you.
Does Mac cook though?
I cook some jail shit. yeah, I cook some jail shit. Yo, I don't mean to keep on talking about this jail shit, but I spent so many years in
it's
there.
part of who you are.
You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be the jail guy.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
But it's part of who you are.
But that's how I know how to cook. I learned how to cook in prison. You know what I'm saying? So I know how to make some jail shit. But I don't really know how to cook, but I could follow instructions.
Yeah,
and shit.
yeah.
To HelloFresh it.
Yeah.
What's that?
It's like a ordering. How would you describe HelloFresh?
It's like a meal prep type of thing.
Yeah, you pay monthly, and they send you actual
food that you just gotta basically just reheat.
You just follow instructions.
Oh, you following? You gotta cook it.
It's actually real food and shit.
Yeah, you cook it.
Yeah, you don't reheat
cook.
it.
So I would be great at that. What's the name of them?
HelloFresh.
HelloFresh?
Actually,
I'd be great.
Bleep out their actual name. This ain't a fucking ad.
Yeah.
They gotta pay us for this.
Yeah. Black. Hello.
Right. Would you ever do some form of a cookbook that would be within other locations? Because the way every time I hit a city, I usually call someone I know from that city to give me a list of restaurants. Mm-hmm. Would you see yourself, since you've been traveling so much in all these different cities, putting together like the Mac Eats location cookbook or restaurant
You
cookbook?
could be like the new Zag. You like the news, what is it, Zagat?
We can't say that word. You can't say that word anymore.
No, not that word. Zagat. Isn't that what they like rate the
I was like,
restaurant?
This show is different. Wow. Yeah.
Wow.
That's a great word. I wish we could
You know what the Zagats eat.
Yeah, I wish we could bring that word back. That's such a great word. Yeah, that's such a
fucking
word.
Zagat, bro.
Exactly.
They eat in the village.
Stop acting like a Zagat.
But it could be like that.
The vegans.
Yeah, it'd be like China Mac has his thing at the door. Like when you walk to the restaurant, he rates the restaurant. Yeah, it's like, okay, Mac Eats gives this a 4.
Right.
Mac Eats gives this a 3. Like
right.
You know what I mean? Like you should do some shit like that. I think that'd be fly. For all the dudes that's like, you know, like we may not be able to go to those like real high end spots, but like the spots in the, you know, in the hood in the city, like okay, like Mac been here, he gave us a 4. Like this must be some good shit in here.
Right.
I think you should do some shit like that.
I would take that advice.
Yeah.
Or that app, just the app of being in a city and just I could figure out every spot that you've rated. Mm-hmm. That's what I would definitely click that shit if I land. Just not in Austin, Texas. I would probably avoid it there. But I'll fuck with you. Speaking of New York, since you moved away, but I have to ask, I got 32 years here. Mal has about, 50 years in New York City?
Fuck you, 41.
You 41?
I'm 41.
His skin looks incredible. I know. I look like the 41-year-old. He looks like the 32-year-old. I understand. I get it.
What year you was born?
81.
81. Mm-hmm. No doubt. All right.
I feel like Chinatown is like the last neighborhood standing from the New York I grew up in that still looks familiar. Everything has changed. Every borough, even part of Manhattan. I still walk through Chinatown and it still feels like the New York I know. Mm-hmm. How has Chinatown been able to do that? It's incredible to me
that you said that, because I just had a interview with New York Nico, mm-hmm. and because he's doing a book, okay, and he asked me to pull up and show him 3 of my favorite spots in New York, and he said asked the same thing, like, you know, New York, like Chinatown is kind of like exactly the same from like the 90s, the 80s type shit.
And that's a compliment. Like it's crazy that they've been able, is that because everyone owns everything there? How have they been able to sustain that whole community?
Yeah.
And they refuse to sell.
Yeah. That's it. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, you know, they were the last settlers in that area, you know what I mean? And a lot of, you know, Chinese people worked hard, bought the buildings, mm-hmm. own it. So you can't kick us out when we fucking own it, bitch. Like, you know what I'm saying? Right. Unless they start selling, but mm-hmm. you know, so I feel like, I definitely agree. You know what I mean? But I feel like some parts of the Bronx looks the same too, no?
Your Soundview still looks the same.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I mean, Co-op City hasn't changed at all. But
yeah. Like
Fordham looks like shit. Yo, listen,
Fordham looks like shit. We just drove through that shit,
bro.
Yo, shout out my bro Mike Geronimo. We just drove down fucking.
Bro, that's my hood. Born and raised, grew up in Fordham.
That shit looked the same. I was like, yo,
bro, that shit looks worse. Yo,
wait, no wonder y'all was in traffic. Mike took you from Kew Gardens to Fordham to New Jersey. Where was you going?
I don't know, yo, bro.
You know they was going to Sammy's. Y'all went to Sammy's? Y'all niggas was to Sammy's? Where y'all was at?
Yo, word.
We have the legend Mike Geronimo in the bill. I was gonna wait for a little bit because he liked to be in the corner quiet, but we're gonna find a microphone for you in a little bit.
Right, yeah.
You gotta talk your shit. We have to get some vodka over there first though.
Mac, what's the best pizza? Your best pizza in NYC?
The best pizza. People's gonna hate me for this. I said this on my channel. I said New York City pizza is not the same.
Why
New York City pizza fell off.
Why you say that?
Because it just don't taste the same as I remember. And people's like, yo, it's your taste buds. As you grow older, your taste buds are different. No, bitch, it's just not the same, man. It's like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like New York pizza, when I was coming up, it was like every spot was a hit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You could go in any spot, pick a spot. I'll go in that bitch blindfold, and it's going to be fire. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Now, you got to go on a treasure hunt for New York good pizza. You know what I'm saying? I feel like, you know what I mean? There's certain spots like, you know, Not Ray's in Brooklyn. Joe's is trash.
I was never a big Joe's.
Joe's is trash.
That's a tourist spot.
Yeah, like
ever since Spider-Man swung through that shit, they
trash.
But Joe's
You
was
know what I'm
never-
saying?
So yeah, no, I think like in the city, in probably the more tourist areas.
There's a spot in the Bronx. What is it called? Mina. There's two names. I forgot, but I forgot the name of that spot. But
I feel like the ones that are in like the outer boroughs are still the same. The city definitely changed. It's hard to get a consistent good slice the way it was. You could go into any spot in the city and it'd be all right. Now it's, you get dollar slices, 2 bro shit. No offense, it's just trash. But you never been to Margaritas on Jamaica Ave?
yeah, of course. You know what I mean?
Gabby's hasn't changed. Gabby's is still amazing. Like, you just have to go to the spots that was really there.
Yeah, but
forever.
see, those are far and few. Like, I understand what I'm saying. I'm not saying New York pizza. There still aren't like go-to spots.
Yeah.
Oh, I might have
But
a
it's
way how to
not-
take. I'm going to say
find
New York City pizza no longer is number one. I'm going to go even further.
Well, who's number one?
I went to New Haven and I'm a believer.
Connecticut?
New Haven, Connecticut has the best pizza
I can't.
on planet
I'm not
fucking
jacking
Earth.
That.
You know,
I'm not jacking.
bro. It took me
Connecticut
5 years
got
to
the
admit
best.
it when I knew it already. I didn't say it out loud.
You was drunk that night in Connecticut.
I've
man. You had
been
that
there
greasy pizza.
sober, going up 95.
Connecticut has
on tour.
better pizza than New York.
I'm not saying the state of Connecticut. New Haven, the city, has the best pizza on planet fucking Earth.
Listen, let me say something, bro, because back in the days, I felt like when they was making pizza, they was like, they loved making, like it was the Italians making pizza.
was
You
an
know
art
what I'm
to it.
saying?
Yeah.
It was they that was their fucking culture. You know what I mean? That was their art.
Yeah.
Now, a lot of places, they're not even Italian. And I'm not trying to say like, but
I know exactly
I
what
feel
you
like
know,
it's a
yeah.
money thing now.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
of
saying?
course.
And when it's like that, it's just like hip hop. Like, like when it's money, then it's not the same as before. I mean, it's still
It's still pockets
it's
here
still
and there. You
good,
gotta
like,
find
you know what I'm
it.
saying?
Yeah, you gotta
but
find it.
it's not the same. And I feel like, a lot of people just going in there, like opening up pizza spots, just, and not really loving what they do and not really putting that
I
love
like
in it.
Luke Ali's in Brooklyn.
I'm not important enough to be able to get in line and, because it takes an hour and a half to get a slice. I'm not doing that.
Where is it?
It's in Brooklyn. It's in Fort Greene.
yeah.
Somewhere downtown Brooklyn.
Yeah.
There's spots in my favorite spot is Lucia's in Queens. You ever?
Of course, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm Gabby's to death.
Where's Gabby's at?
It's in Hollis.
Hollis?
Hillside and
never
Francis
been there.
Lewis. John's a Bleecker if you're in the city just because they have like the last.
You from Hollis, right? You from out there. That's great. Yeah. You too?
No, I'm from uptown.
Oh, you from uptown.
He's a Fordham Road guy
All right.
where you just passed.
Preston Ave.
But you went crazy. I feel like I watched a video of you go to Bay Ridge for halal or some shit. Am I making that up?
Yeah, no, I did.
That's brave. Not only to go that far, but for halal in probably the most racist section of New York City
Right.
to make halal food.
Right.
And it was good?
It was good.
Okay.
It was great. You know what I'm saying? I feel like New York got the best halal food.
Oh, I
For
mean,
sure.
Hands
where else would you
down.
get halal
For
food?
sure. Absolutely.
I had it in LA.
Nah,
I threw
it's
the
not-
shit. I
yeah,
threw the
it's
shit
not
out.
the same. It's not
I
the
took
same.
2 bites, maybe 3, and I threw the shit out. I was like, get
Best
the fuck
chopped cheese you ever had.
Best chopped cheese. Best chopped cheese. Akiway. My guy.
Okay.
Of course, I mean, Haji's, of course, the OG one, but Broadway and Myrtle in Bushwick, whatever that deli is there is the best chopped cheese I've ever had in my life.
Where?
Broadway and Myrtle in Bushwick.
Broadway and Myrtle.
Broadway and Myrtle and Bushwick. Best chopped cheese.
Best chopped cheese I ever had. I know it's probably not like a popular take. I don't even think it's a spot people go for chopped cheese, but it's the best one I've had.
I'm probably
Queens is trash at chopped cheese. Hollis Deli is the greatest deli ever, but they have the worst chopped cheese.
They have the worst chopped cheese?
And this is from someone that swears by Hollis Deli.
So who you think got the best chopped cheese? Uptown?
Yeah. Haji's.
Haji's?
For sure.
It's the bread with Haji's. That's really what it is.
It's you gotta toast the bread right.
Haji's is fire though.
Yeah,
I
it's
love
incredible.
Haji's. I mean, they got money. They did a whole a whole reconstructive. They don't look like the Haji's I remember when you had to get in that little box late at night when they closed the store and you just stand in that little box. You used to get treacherous. In there about 2 a.m. waiting for a sandwich. But they changed. It look like a real deli now. Like now it's like a real. When they got the glass, you see the fresh boar's head and all of that.
Right,
You're
right.
like, oh, these niggas getting money.
Oh,
in here
yeah,
now.
yeah, they doing
everything
their
clean.
thing now.
Haji's
Before,
acting
that shit
different.
was-
Yeah.
When you have ham just for
Yeah,
display,
the
you
floor
know it's crazy.
different. The floor look good. The lights, they got the fluorescence. It's like all the bulbs working in now.
Right.
There's not a sticky
Yeah.
portion of this floor.
Yeah, like okay, the cat ain't on the bread no more.
Right,
like,
right.
like,
They got
money.
They got water in there now.
Yeah, like everything worked. They wearing gloves back there. Like, oh, y'all acting different. Y'all wearing gloves.
They would never have water in there before. They just had like one water.
Yeah, one bottle.
And everything is juice and soda. You know what I'm saying?
Spray it on the grill, clean the grill with that one same bottle. It's like, I don't know what's in there.
That's the flavor. That's the seasoning.
Yeah, I don't know what's in that. You keep throwing that shit on the grill and wiping it off. I don't know what that is, but whatever.
How much of a tourist am I in with Woo Hop being my favorite spot in Chinatown on my street?
Woo Hop?
Yeah. Was that a very like Caucasian thing for me to say?
I was just about to say
I know it's like
now he wears the merch. Like he wears the t-shirt.
Oh, you wear the I mean,
they gave me a free t-shirt, man. They took my picture. I'm on the wall.
Let me tell you something.
I'm on the wall.
Let me tell you something. Woo Hop, I grew up off of Woo Hop, but just not downstairs.
Okay, where did it used to be?
Upstairs.
Yeah.
I've only known it in the basement.
Hops.
See, never knew that.
There's downstairs and upstairs. Downstairs
is where they send the whites.
Go, right?
Yeah.
They send the whites downstairs.
Yeah. We go.
Yeah.
So now let me tell you something. Like growing up, my gang ran my street. You know what I'm saying? Go Shadows. You know what I'm saying? And every store on that block was getting extorted. Woo Hop wasn't an exception. You know what I mean? So Woo Hop to me is a different meaning to you because Woo Hop was where we used to have gang meetings. You know what I'm saying? It was fucking gang fights inside. There was a shootout in there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's a different type of, thing. But I think food wise, downstairs for American palate is good. You know
and it's,
saying?
Like
but there's a different, you ever heard people say, yo, I never seen Chinese people eating the same shit y'all feed us.
Ever in my life. Every Chinese spot I've ever been to.
We don't eat,
their daughter was eating something else while she was doing her homework at the table.
Fucking steamed vegetables and like steamed fish, a bowl of white rice. You know what I'm saying? Wow, but there's a different palate. Like it's a different, like taste buds is different. You know what I mean? For Americans and Chinese people. You know what I'm saying? But Woo Hop is definitely a staple though. Like Woo Hop is one of my go-to spots too. You know what I'm saying? Downstairs is different. They cook it differently. So when you go upstairs, they're gonna look at you like, downstairs?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
no, they just say downstairs. They don't need to think twice.
Take your ass downstairs.
Where do you rank Cum Cow in Brooklyn?
What?
So that is, I'm glad
Cum Cow. You never had Cum Cow?
Preface of the.
The first thing I said was pause. That's the first.
That's what I'm saying. I'm glad you did.
You never. Had
I thought you said pause. Cum.
No, I was saying pause. You ever been to Cum Cow?
Cum Cow. Where's that at? Oh, that's the one where they say that there's the best chicken wings in Brooklyn. Yeah,
best chicken wings. Yeah, on Myrtle. Yeah, Myrtle. Bro, Cum Cow is legendary.
Yeah, Cum Cow chicken wings. I went there and had the chicken wings. Chicken wings is fire.
That's the only thing you fucking with in there though?
I mean, that's all I had. That's all I tried. Like
you went there for the chicken wings?
I went there for chicken wings and pork fried rice.
Okay.
You know
the wings is legendary.
Huh? The wings is legendary. Yo, you know what bro. Like LA, they don't have Chinese restaurants everywhere.
No.
Like the hood spots, like they don't have that everywhere. And motherfucker, they don't fucking use duck sauce.
I never
That's
noticed
crazy. Y'all eat fried chicken wings with no duck sauce? Are y'all crazy? Are y'all fucking nuts? Like, who the fuck raised you? Like, what the fuck? Like,
I just think it's funny.
I just want to go in every fucking Chinese restaurant and give them duck sauce. Like, the fuck?
Yeah.
I was like, yo, where's the duck sauce at? They looked at me like, what?
In DC, what they do? Mambo
sauce.
Mambo sauce.
Which they do in New York. It's just not a thing. DC is it's a thing.
You said what?
It's like actually a thing in DC.
Right.
Which that's great on chicken wings.
It tastes a little different though.
Yeah,
it don't taste exactly like
it's not duck sauce, no.
But
I've always found that weird that LA wouldn't have good Chinese food. Like,
no, they have good Chinese food. They just don't have good. They don't have like the
hood Chinese spots,
takeout spots everywhere. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But real Chinese food, they got pretty good real Chinese food out there.
First time I remember ordering Chinese food in LA, they was like, "Yo, you gotta get this Chinese food. Let's order some Chinese." I'm thinking like, okay, if I'm from New York, Chinese food, that's our thing. Niggas came in here with a whole bunch of Wakano. I said, man, what is this shit?
What is it?
Wakano in LA? You never had Wakano? It's like Panda Express, but a little better than Panda Express. It tastes a little better than Panda Express.
Oh man, I know you hated it.
Bro, I couldn't believe that shit. I was waiting. I'm like, okay, there's some Chinese food coming. Bet Wakano. I said, what is this shit?
And they don't even. Well, I don't know about over here. Do they still use the white takeout box?
Yeah, of course.
With the
styrofoam shit,
the little handle.
Yeah, with the handle. They still do that, right?
Absolutely.
I couldn't find that shit in Cali, LA.
Everything is plastic.
Everything is that styrofoam shit.
Yeah, styrofoam. Yeah. Yeah. It's crazy how little things like that we'll miss. Like, yo, where's the little? It's always one big one that nobody ain't eat that one yet. It's always a big pint of white rice just left over that nobody opened.
Well, I got halal food off the truck in Williamsburg, and they put like fresh garnish lettuce and shit in there. I was like, I don't want this. Now put the dirty lettuce on my rice. Like, I want
Jamaican.
I'm trying to make this shit look good to me.
New York, like when you think about Jamaican, when you think about New York food, Jamaican is like on the top.
Absolutely.
Right? Like beef patties and shit. You know what I mean? Like I had, people be like, you bugging. LA ain't got no good Jamaican food. I tried it. They be like, yo, this shit just, I was like, You know what I'm saying?
They have certain places in LA that make good Caribbean food, but it's nothing like New York.
Nah, man. Nothing it ain't like fucking City. Brooklyn.
I mean, who would even rival that though?
Queens.
No, some people.
Toronto would be maybe the next city I would think of.
Toronto has
that would be the closest.
Yeah, I would think food. Toronto. Yeah.
Absolutely, Toronto has great Caribbean food. It's a big Caribbean culture out there, so obviously.
Have you done any Jamaican spots for your channel yet?
Wait, did I? I did beef patties.
Okay.
Beef patties. But you know a spot.
But do you do the cocoa bread though?
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't do cocoa bread?
Of course. All right, now wait. This is a serial killer. This is gonna let me know if you're a serial killer or not.
Well, he's watching his carbs. So
do you put the patty inside the cocoa bread, or do you eat it just like the cocoa bread? How they put it in the bag, like right behind each other?
No, you make a sandwich out that.
Okay, no, because I've seen people eat it.
That's how you eat it.
Serial killer shit. See what I'm saying?
That's how you looked away. I knew what it was, man.
I have
so
been,
you take a. You
I have been.
They eat the cocoa bread.
Separate. Yeah.
Okay. Hear me out. Hear me out.
That's like eating cereal
I want to
with
say,
the milk on the side. Let me wash it down with the milk.
No, I chased it with the bread. I do. Now hear me out. This is a pivotal moment in my childhood where I did not succumb to peer pressure.
Okay.
I preferred eating the beef patty. And then I took a piece of cocoa bread with it afterwards, and I got clowned on naturally. Like, what are you doing?
Oh, yeah.
And I to this day,
Catholic.
You held strong.
I held it down, and to this day, even if I want to make the sandwich out of it, I won't because I'm still standing my ground since 2001. I'm that prideful.
Sick. That's sick. Eating a beef patty like that is crazy.
Yeah, I know. I've never seen it.
You gotta make a sandwich.
I've never seen that.
You gotta put it in between the cocoa bread.
With champagne cola on the side.
Do you have like a foam beater? Like if you
No, I'm that prideful that I got clowned that day for doing that I refuse to do it any other way because that's the way I want to do it now.
So wait, do you eat the
Mike,
patty?
I'm in therapy. Leave me alone.
You break pieces of the bread?
Yeah.
Oh, it's like First Communion.
Yeah, more or less.
Okay.
The body of Christ.
Yeah. He's Catholic. What you want from him?
He's Catholic.
He's Catholic.
That's just his culture, bro.
The body of Jah.
Yeah.
The body of Jah. Stop dead. Lord of mercy.
The body of Jah is insane.
Lord of mercy. He said the body of Jah. That's crazy. You about to get canceled, bro.
Yo, the body of Jah is wild.
The body of Jah.
I lived with a Jamaican family that only let me live there damn near rent free as long as I went to church with them every Sunday. That was my rent. I had to go to church with them every single Sunday.
did they see you like a separate patty?
But all right, so it was like the real Jamaican household. They weren't making beef patties like just in the kitchen like that. They was cooking real curry chicken, curry goat. Oh yeah. They were just chilling, eating beef patties in the crib like that. No, I didn't do that around them. I have respect.
You got to do that in the bathroom.
Mike, he took
that shit to the bathroom.
Yo, eating a beef patty in the bathroom?
Yeah. Take that shit to the bathroom with that weird
Yo,
shit
you know what I miss out here too? Like that they don't have out there? Like Trinidadian food. You feel me? Like the doubles.
Yeah.
Like certain shit. Like I miss New York. You know what I'm saying? As soon as I got off the plane to JFK, I went straight to motherfucking Queens and I got me a double. You know what I mean? A beef patty. Some ackee and saltfish.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I love that. You know what I mean?
So how long you been in LA? How long you been living out there?
Like 3 months, 4 months now.
Okay.
I'm
okay,
fresh.
so now you fresh.
Yeah, I'm fresh.
But you've been out there obviously a lot, but you've been living there.
I've been out there a lot. Yeah.
Living there for 3 months.
What's been the biggest transition? Like not even food wise, just lifestyle wise of being in LA?
Wearing shorts in the day and then a hoodie and a jacket at night. That weather is crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that, the weather, you know what I mean? But I feel like the women, they on demon time, bro. Yeah. Like, I mean, New York, it's not like, you know what I mean?
It's more of a fight. We got
there's demon time out here, but out there,
they don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
They don't care.
Yeah.
They'll fuck you the first minute. Fuck the first day.
Very aggressive.
The first 5 minutes.
They're loving women.
Yeah, I love it. Like LA,
very loving, very caring.
They're there for experiences.
Yeah, no. Like it's just they don't give a fuck. Like they have like this,
keep going in. No. They don't give a fuck.
They have like this hippie type of. They got this like hippie type of way of looking at sex.
They just go with life. Yeah, they go with life.
Yeah, they don't care. Like they're just like, oh, just
we met for a reason.
Just use me. Like just
wait.
I'm here for.
We can't say use me.
I mean,
no, he's the one being used. Yeah, no, he's the victim.
No, she said they say that.
Yeah.
Like just
just use me.
Just I'm here. Like
he's telling his Me Too story.
Yeah. I didn't even have
being abused out there.
I didn't even have to fucking talk to you on the phone or nothing. I didn't have to nothing.
No. It's very different. I know what you mean.
So I I didn't have to really adjust because I adjusted immediately. That's something like
you figured that out quick, right?
You don't need to adjust. You know what I'm saying? Like, but yeah. I mean, that was like one of the key things that are different.
Picked up on that quick.
Yeah. Like they just like it's just whatever.
How'd you pick up on it?
Huh?
How'd you pick up on it?
I got some pussy.
I picked up on it. How? Fucked.
She jumped on top of me, and I was like, all right, I guess what's happening.
I dove in that bitch.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
How is that, Ben, outside of LA, how has social media and women affected your life? You don't have to get into too much detail, but even outside of LA, New York, doesn't matter what city. With Instagram now, you could legitimately just meet somebody and
I don't really do that though.
I don't either. It terrifies me.
I don't really. I'm not saying I've never done it, but I don't really do it. He's just saying. That's why you knew you was capping when you said it.
100%.
What? I don't either. Yeah, right. As soon as I said that, yeah, same. No, but what I'm saying, I try not to do that because I don't be knowing who's who on that bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I wanted to stick you up or if I wanted to do something to you, you know what I'm saying? My first thing, if I didn't know where you were at, my first thing was, yo, go hit him up. Mm-hmm. Yeah, see what's up. You know what I'm saying? So I always look at that and I'd be kind of skeptical. Yeah. Like just meeting random people. You gotta be. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But that's not to say that I've never done it before, but I try not to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like as much as, Rory.
Right.
I mean, I was nervous when you asked for the address.
Right, facts.
It's like, I recorded my house, sir.
Right.
That's funny.
But yes, LA women are, I think, I don't think it's LA women. It's not LA women. And we need to stop doing this because I've had my qualms about Los Angeles, but I've, for the most part, been in transplant Los Angeles. Like I'll go hang in West Hollywood or go to the spots that people are not really from LA. People really from LA are amazing. It's transplant women that live on Instagram and will just be like, oh, verified check, YouTube, let's fuck. And that terrifies me.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't even think it's they don't even care about the blue checks from what I've seen. Like it's just they outside. I mean, they care about the bread. Like the money is like, you know what I'm saying? Of course, like, you know what I mean? But I feel like, a lot of them girls, like if, they like in New York, I feel like you got to put in a little more fight. You know what I'm saying?
We was trained to speak differently. We was trained to speak long, have conversation with women. Like a lot of these dudes now, they don't even have to engage and talk to women in real life. Like we come from a time where you had to really have a conversation with a girl. Right. You had to go and talk to her if you wanted her phone number.
Right.
Like you had to, you know what I'm saying? You had to have some type of conversation, some style, some charisma about yourself where it's like, okay, like I'll give you my number. Now you just got to show a girl your Instagram and you could be capping. I was in Miami with 2 Lambos and all that's Airbnb shit. Those cars is rented, but a girl see your profile, see your page. She's like, oh, he in the mix. He moving around. He doing things. But us as New Yorkers, we had to really talk to women. Mm-hmm. We had to really court women and hang out. We had to go to dangerous neighborhoods and walk through the lobby with 17 dudes standing there to go see the one cute girl in the building. They knew where we was going. We not from here. So they like, you know what I mean? We had to go through all of that just to be around some cute girls. So
Mo had to fight 17 Bloods in the Bronx to get pussy. This is a true story.
For real?
As a kid, yeah.
What happened?
Yeah,
you said this already?
Yeah, I always tell it again. But just one day after school, I was in the 7th grade, and I was in school in the South Bronx, Brook Ave.
Yeah.
Near like 149th Street, you know, in the 90s, treacherous. Yeah. And I went with my homeboy after he met some girl one day, and she lived like 2 blocks from the school. So we walked to her little complex over there. It was one of the newer complexes at the time too, so it looked nice. They had a courtyard. It was like, oh, this kind of, but it's still Brook Ave, Willis Ave, all that over there, treacherous. So went over there. It was some dudes in front of her building. We didn't really pay them no mind. We 7th grade, but you know, at the time, those were like high schoolers. But we look at them as like they're so much older than us when we in the 7th grade. When really like homie's only 3 or 4 years older than me. You know what I'm saying? So we go upstairs to her crib. I'm in the living room. My homeboy and Shorty's in the back, whatever. And she keep coming out to the living room to look out the window. But I'm thinking she's just coming out to look to see if her parents are coming home. You know, as kids, that's all we thinking about. She got the crib. Her parents ain't home yet. I'm thinking she looking to see if her mom's or her pops is on their way. She come back like the 3rd time and she like, oh shit. And so she run to the back room. And then so I go to the window and I look, and it was like one of those buildings where you could see who's walking up the steps. It's like everything was like the courtyard. You could see everything. Yeah. And all of those dudes that was in front of the building is coming upstairs now. So I look like, yo, they coming here? Like, you know what I'm saying? I was like, we just walked past these dudes and they didn't say nothing to us. And now they come into the apartment, like, and come to find out the girl that my homeboy was there to see, she used to talk to one of the dudes that was downstairs, one of his brothers. So naturally, he saw us going up there. We don't live there. We going up here. Where else could they be going? And so they came up there. He started knocking on the door. He horse kicking that shit. The pictures are shaking on the wall. I'm thinking we gonna die, bro. It's like she opened the door. Like she finally let him in. And all you see is dudes like this, like trying to look and see who was in the apartment. And I'm like, oh, we got to fight all these niggas to get out of here. And then luckily, one of the dudes knew me. We played basketball like in Kips Bay. Oh, and that's it. That was together. I act like that was my cousin.
Yo, man!
That's all it was. Like, yo, what's up? Like,
guy. Yo,
I'm
what's
like, yeah, they wildin'.
You started yelling out his stats?
Yeah. I'm like, yo, we on next week, right? Like, yeah. I was
remember when you scored 10 points?
As soon as we hit the corner, we took off to the Grand Concourse. Like, I'm talking about blew it to the concourse. Never went over there again.
That's crazy.
That was one of the most scary times. And looking back, it's like, them niggas was only 3 years older, but they, you know, high schoolers, they look like, I'm in the 7th grade. It's like, these is grown men. Like
7th grade to 10th grade is
it's like, yo,
a lifetime away.
Man. Like, this is a grown fucking dude ready to fight me. Like, it's crazy. And I was telling somebody the other day how it was so wild. Like, every time I've gotten robbed, it was never by like my peers. It was always by like grown men. Like, yo, give me your jacket. You know what I'm saying? Or give me this. It's like, now it's like these young dudes is robbing each other. Like, we wasn't doing that. Like, if you ever got robbed in the 90s or early 2000s, it was definitely from an older dude. It was that time of year. He got kids. You probably his son's size. Yo, I need that jacket. Like, that's just what it was. You got on the starter jacket.
That's a dedicated father, if you ask me.
Yeah, like, but it was never from your peers. It was always, New York was just like grimy, but it was older dudes robbing from little kids. Crazy times in the city, but love the Big Apple.
Yeah.
Go gentrification.
Exactly. Love it.
Let me ask y'all a question. We was talking about it before the cameras came on.
Yeah.
But Kanye West.
Yeah, we talked about him earlier. Listen, Kanye is I think it's bailing him out, calling him crazy. So I'm not gonna call him crazy. I think he's very sane. He knows exactly what he's doing. He's trying to disrupt some system or whatever. You know, when you in that world that Kanye is in, when you've seen behind those doors that Kanye has seen behind, you know, I don't know what triggered this, but I know that I'm not going to say Kanye is crazy. I think that's bailing him out. I think that he's very egotistical, obviously. He loves seeing his name everywhere. He loves seeing people talk about him on every platform. He loves being the topic of discussion everywhere. But it's hard to not say he's crazy. Now, it's hard to not say that there may be something mentally wrong with him at this point after today's sit down with Alex Jones on InfoWars. Like, it's something.
Yeah, he was talking about that he support that. Well, no, not that he supports, but that he.
No, he said he's a Nazi and he supports it.
He said he's a Nazi?
Yeah.
He said, now what? I'm a Nazi. So I think that
he pointed to himself.
Are you sure Nazi. That was Kanye though?
Yes. But see, here's the thing.
How can you prove that was Kanye, Rory?
That was Kanye West.
This is the thing. Hold on.
I hear a lot of.
No, because I know where you're going with that, and I thought about that and watching it. Like, this may be another way where he tries to spin that now.
I know that was Alex Jones, but that wasn't a crisis actor. That was Kanye. What's his middle name, Julian? That was Kanye Donda West.
Donda?
I'm sure that's his mother's name. I don't know.
No, that's his mother's name. But yeah, it's just.
Yo, let me ask you a question. If he wanted to come on your platform, can he come?
Absolutely.
He can come.
Absolutely.
How about no? He's contemplating right now. He's thinking.
Well, he's 3% Jewish. He did his 23andMe.
I did my 23andMe. 97% Irish. I'm 3% Jewish. I just found out.
So how do you feel?
And
about
I went to on our tour. Our first stop was Chicago, and I had just done the 23andMe, and I went to see my aunt, my dad's little sister. I hadn't seen him mad long. Showed her the 23andMe results, and she said, "That's your mother's side."
I'm dead.
That's your mother's side. She denounced that?
Yes.
That's your mother's
You're Irish.
side.
That's your mother's side.
Yeah.
I'm not. I would have to see what the result of us having Kanye West on the platform would be. Would it be for clicks?
No, I really want to have a different conversation because see, I had to.
But is Kanye going to have a different conversation with us? Probably not.
I think that Kanye has the type of conversations that it depends on who he's sitting across from. It depends on who he's sitting down.
So you think because he was with Alex Jones, he just went off the rails?
Alex Jones is going to say the most outlandish. He's owes $1 billion now for saying the most outlandish shit.
He made Alex Jones look shook and terrified on that shit. You made Alex Jones look that way.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like Kanye, you can't have the success that Kanye has had and enter the rooms and influence and change things that Kanye has without being some type of genius. Like the man obviously has a brain.
So you think he's a genius?
In certain facets of his life, yeah. I think he's a musical genius without a doubt. He's definitely.
Do you think he knows what he's doing right now?
Absolutely.
You think he understands what he's doing?
Absolutely.
I don't think he's calculated, but I think he knows what he's doing.
You don't think he's calculating?
And what he's doing right now,
I think he is.
I don't think it's calculated.
I don't know what it is. I can't see the play coming, but I think that all of this is absolutely calculated.
This looks like impulse and insecurity to me.
Listen.
I think it's calculated. You know why? Because I seen something recently that, I seen some, I don't know if I'm at liberty to say, but I seen something personally. I know that I was like, oh yeah, he's calculating this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think he's kind of, I think he's calculated. I think
Bro, go back
calculating.
Can you give us like an idea of what you saw?
I don't want to say so he recently he said something about someone, right? But 2 weeks before he says something about someone, that person was secretly at the Astoria Waldorf with him.
Okay.
Secretly. Like you know what I'm saying? And then the next week he's like talking about them, you know what I mean? Like dissing them type shit, you know what I mean? So I'm like, oh, this is a play, you know what I mean? And I know, like I know it was secret, you know what I mean? Nobody's supposed to know, but I just happen to know, you know what I'm saying? And so I was like, yeah, he's playing, like he's working, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Listen, can
you be calculated but be stupid at the same time?
Yes.
You're dumb with your calculations.
Yeah, your calculations can be.
But do you think that you think it's over for him?
No.
As far as what?
Kanye West.
Like, do you think that like he dug himself into a place where he's gonna be canceled? Like he just
political response. What is your definition of over?
No.
What's your definition of over?
Like just like not being able to like just not as relevant as he was, or not like just doors closed, no more this, no more that. Like
he's gonna be Kanye West for the rest of his life. So no matter what, it will never be over for Kanye.
Well, there's people that have been canceled and it's over for them. Like they was top and then
there's been very few people that have actually been canceled.
R. Kelly's canceled.
Well, the prison system did that.
Prison canceled. He can't beat that.
I mean, do you think if he came back out?
But the R. Kelly allegations have been around for 25 years. He was never. He continued on through that entire thing. But then the only thing that stopped him as far as being relevant and making money was prison. Everyone can get on their high horse.
And believe R. Kelly is still making money in prison. Believe people are still streaming his
And I agree he should be canceled, but that doesn't mean that me thinking that would ever stop R. Kelly's income or relevancy, because we all feel like he 100% did some disgusting things and deserves to be where he's at. Doesn't mean it's over for him. Right. That's why the cancel culture is weird.
I'm gonna tell y'all a story that I never told nobody.
Okay.
I was about to rob Kanye West.
Okay.
In 2001, right? I was in Club New York, the same club that Sean shot up.
Legendary.
Yeah, and he was there. I didn't know who he was. He had all these chains on. I got a picture. He was there, and I had the gun on me, right? And I was just fresh off of Rikers Island.
They don't ever pat down there, huh?
And I was I ain't pat me down.
No,
like, I got in there with it, and fucking I was about to book him. I was like, yo, I'm about to get him for this shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was with like 3 of my homies. And then my manager at the time, Keys, he was like, no. Like, yo, you can't do that. And I was like, nah, I'm gonna book him. He got this chain. I was really gonna book him, you know what I'm saying? Because that's what I was doing at that time. You know what I mean? And I didn't know who he was. And yeah, so that was my...
Did your manager know who he was? That's why you said
they
no?
knew who he was because he was making beats. But I just came home from Rikers Island.
So I had no idea.
So I didn't know who he was. Yeah, I didn't know who he was. And he wasn't rapping at that time. He was just making beats.
2001?
Right.
Yeah, he wasn't rapping.
He wasn't rapping.
No, definitely wasn't rapping.
Producing. Yeah. I mean, he was giving beats with hooks and shit like that at that time, but nobody knew him as a rapper yet, though.
What's crazy is Mal was probably in that section with him.
No, I never.
You was with him?
I never partied in Club.
Mal is from Rockefeller.
I never partied in Club New York with Kanye. No.
Yeah. Oh, you're from Rockefeller.
My brother created Rockefeller. He's 1/3 of.
Oh, word.
Biggs, yeah.
Oh, all right, that's dope.
Yeah.
You was about to get booked.
No, I wasn't in Club New York. I never partied with Kanye. The only time I ever kind of sort of partied with Ye was his first show at SOBs. I was there for that, and that was 2000.
Did you know that he was gonna be like? Did you know he was gonna be like?
I knew that he was different. I knew that he was because at that time everybody was Just Blaze heavy, Bink.
Yeah, I remember.
Shout out to Bink.
Pharrell, yeah, like those were the guys that, especially around the Rockefeller camp, that everybody was getting production from. And then when one day we went to Baseline and they was playing a bunch of joints, and they was like, "Yo, homie's dope. He's different." And I didn't know who they was talking about. And then he was in like the B room working on some shit, and I was like, "Oh, this is the producer." But his style, he had Durango boots on with jeans with a motorcycle jacket. Like, we just wasn't dressing like that. And so like he was just always unique and different, but the talent was undeniable. Now, did I think he would be what he is today? No, I don't think anybody saw this, but you knew that he had talent, and his confidence was always there. He always felt like he was dope. Like when he would play his beats, you know, just the way he would like present them to you while you was in the room. You just knew that he had total confidence in his ability.
Right.
Yeah.
But I never thought that he would be who he is today. No, never thought about that. But I think he's calculated. Like I said, you go back to the song, Wait Till I Get My Money, right? Then you can't tell me nothing, right? So he's been saying this.
Yeah. And remember when he was on Punk'd?
Yeah.
I do, yeah.
That was
the Jesus Walks video.
Yeah, that was like a really good
glimpse,
a glimpse of
him.
Yeah.
A good representation, some negative and positive. Like, you're not about to leave with my art.
Right.
To Ashton.
Yeah.
Right.
He's just, so, you know, all of this shit that's going on now, you know, he's saying things that's kind of like,
it's not kind of, it's crazy.
No, it's definitely crazy. It's definitely like, what the fuck? But it's just hard for me to, because like calling somebody crazy to me sometimes, a lot of times, is an easy bailout.
Right.
Like, oh, he's just crazy.
I'm not saying he's crazy. I'm saying what he's saying is crazy.
Well, people are calling him crazy. They're saying he's, you know, he needs help, he needs meds and all this other shit. Whatever. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a therapist. So I do, but what I can say is just looking at him and looking at what he's created over the years and what he's done and everything that he's touched in different levels of entertainment, culture, art. He's able to think on a level to where people get it. And I think right now he's thinking on a level where most people don't get it. Like, yo, what are you doing? What are you talking about? What does that even mean? What are you saying? So you know, I know things have happened in his life that may have influenced this, that may have, you know, turned him into an emotional being, and now he's not cognizant of what he's saying at all times and what it does.
You think everything he's saying is wrong, though, or do you think this? Do you see anything that he's saying right now that hasn't some type of
No, I think he's saying things that are hurting people. And I understand.
But is there truth to what he's saying? As a black
it
black
depends
man?
on what you're talking about. As a black,
answer that.
Like in terms of like what he's saying about, you know,
about
the art
Jewish people?
and yeah.
I think, all right.
I don't mean
I
to
won't
put
answer
you
for
in that position, but
for the black
you know
man part, obviously I won't answer. I think Kanye, when he was on Drink Champs, thought he sounded like Dave Chappelle's SNL monologue. I think he thought that's what he was saying, but it came across as him just spewing out words that made no fucking sense. This Alex Jones shit, I have no idea. Like, he's beyond what the fuck any sense or anything we could take from it. I think if you watch the Dave Chappelle shit, that's what Kanye thinks he was talking about.
I think that it also boils down to Kanye just really being a man of the Bible and believing that everybody is God's child and just loving everybody. Like, even if you're a terrible person, Kanye is gonna love you and pray for you.
What about Pete Davidson? You're not a child of God?
But even Pete, yeah, he wished death on Pete. He had that whole little thing he was doing with Pete. Yeah. But I think that obviously we know was more of an emotional thing because that was the guy that was with his now ex-wife at the moment. So you can understand where that energy was coming from and where that derived from. But I think that in Kanye's mind, he's looking at everybody, no matter how fucked up you are, no matter what you've done, what wrong you've said, he's looking at you like, I forgive you because God says forgive all. Like, I think that's what in his brain, I think that's what he's on. I think that's what he's on. I think that he's on this super Bible thumping thing. Okay. I think he's on this super Christ thing. Right, I think that's what it is.
Then I would ask Kanye, because he were to do our podcast, what is the point of hell in the Bible?
You said what?
What would be the point of hell in the Bible?
Well, you would have to
if God forgives everybody and it's okay for everyone to do everything because they're God's children, we can do all that, then what the fuck would be the point in this book of hell?
Yeah, I mean, again, that's something you would have to
He had
ask.
a Bible in front of him
But this is what I'm trying to tell you.
We don't know if it was Old Testament or New Testament.
Yeah, like, I don't know what it was, but this, I'm just trying to tell you, I think that he's in that mode of, if God can forgive all, then why can't I, if I'm one of God's? I just think that that's where he's at. I think that he's all the way entrenched in that.
I'm going to drink this so I can completely get involved in this conversation.
I'm with it. No.
I'm just saying, I think that's what it is.
See it over here.
He's all the way into like just forgiveness and God loves all. And I just think that that's where he is.
You think that's a cop out though? To just everything that's going on and him saying the shit he said?
I think that it can be a cop out. I think that it can, but who am I to say that a man is not really all the way into God and into the Bible? I don't know. I'm not there. I'm just saying, like, again, the Bible was right in front of him while he was saying these things, right? So this is showing you that this is a guy who's like, this is how I'm coming. I'm coming with God. I'm coming with the Bible. I'm coming with, that's how he's coming at us because it's right in front of him. That's what he has. Now, if a guy has a gun on the table, you know how he coming. He coming with, yo, if it's a problem, let me know, we can get busy. He's coming with the Bible, which teaches forgiveness, which teaches love all, which teaches, so I'm thinking like that may be where he's at. I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm just saying I think that that's where he is in his life right now.
Yeah.
The Old Testament stoned women.
Again, like, it's the stuff in the Bible that, you know what I'm saying, we could pick apart and be like, yo, that seems wrong. That seems wrong. But I'm just saying, I think that Kanye right now is just all the way in on God loves all, so I love all. I'm just telling you, I'm not saying it's right.
There's a mic right over here, Mike.
I'm not saying it's right. Not saying it's right or wrong. I'm just saying I think that that's what he's on. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I just think that that's where, in his mind, where he is today. And he's going all the way with that. And then it's kind of fucked up because now, how do you argue against a man that is all the way in love and living and walking in God, like walking with God?
You think Kanye West is walking in God right now? He just put out a whole video of killing Pete Davidson.
He's telling you this out his mouth what he's doing. He said it.
No, Rory and Mal.